Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the recently updated RSI MANTIS. Let's go ahead and take a look. Welcome back to another review, and thank you Archangel for flying the ship, and Winrar for the Skull Crusher paint. What an awesome paint, and great job flying today, Archangel. You both are great. I appreciate it so much. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Robert Space Industries Mantis, a ship to recently get its components and gold standard pass due to a particular reason, which is, well, the Meteor, which is coming soon and is a Mantis variant, and it's a heavy fighter. So I can't wait to see more about that and show you more about that. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to have the Meteor in the game. It's going to be such a great time. But let's talk about the Mantis, the original ship here. This is the quantum enforcing ship, which I'll go ahead and show you how all that works later on in the video. But first, let's talk about the price. This thing is $150. If you were to buy it on the Pledge Store, or if you buy it in game at the city of Lorville, it is $3,402,000 aUEC. Definitely not a terrible price for what this ship can do, but I'll tell you right now, as a solo pilot, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to quantum enforce people, because if you pull someone out and you're alone, you're going to have quite a tough time. This ship does have a 6 minute and 28 second claim time, or if you were to expedite it, it is 2 minutes and 9 seconds. That's not terrible at all. It just means you can get back out there to quantum enforcing much quicker if you get destroyed, which 2 minutes, not a problem. Go out and get yourself some ammo for your guns, come back, your ship's ready to go. But here's where you're going to have the trouble if you're a single pilot. If you want to go out there and quantum enforce, you might want to be careful with what you pull out of quantum, because you only have 924 burst damage per second with the stock loadout, which is 2 size 3 FL33 laser cannons. That can do some pretty good work, but if you pull anything out that's more maneuverable than you, they're going to be doing work all over you. So you always got to be very careful. It's best to use this ship with a team or with your org. You know, doing something with multiple ships with this thing is where you're going to see it dominate the battlefield. And then the pilot also has 6 size 2 Ignite 2 missiles and 2 size 2 Dominator 2 missiles. So it's got a decent payload of missiles, because, I mean, honestly, this ship is meant to quantum enforce. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't have guns or it didn't have missiles, to be honest, because its primary role out there is to set a trap, let that trap get snared, and then you're good to go. You're watching your team just obliterate whatever target comes out of quantum. Now, like I said, this thing has a quantum enforcement device, which has a 12,000 meter jammer and then a 20,000 meter snare. So I'll tell you what that means. So the 20,000 meter snare is what allows you to pull ships out of quantum travel, which snares them and pulls them out. And then you have a 12,000 meter jammer, which allows you to jam their quantum device. So once they are pulled out of quantum, they can no longer quantum away from you. So as long as you keep them within that 12,000 meter bubble, you're good to go. You have no problem keeping them in your little play space while your team takes all their cargo, which honestly, that's what this ship is truly meant for. Even though there are a lot of organizations out there that like to police with this ship and go after bounty targets, that's also a fantastic role for this ship. Now, you do have 2 size 1 military grade C shield generators outputting 3,460 shield. Honestly, it's a bubble shield. It's not that great. It's really low. And then if you add the health pool onto there, which is split apart in multiple areas, it's not looking too hot. You don't want to get shot at. You don't want to be engaged at all, because if you do, you're going to pop pretty quick, and that's kind of a problem, as you might be the only thing holding the enemy targets within that, confined space, allowing your team to do work. you only have 32,476 ship HP, which, I mean, some people are like, only? That's crazy. 32,000? Yeah, it's a hit and miss, right? With this ship, you do have a lot of HP spread apart to like your engines and stuff. So honestly, it doesn't take much for that big old nose on this ship to get hit, and you're going to feel it. It's not good, but honestly, I can't wait to see what the Meteor has. That'll be interesting to see how they do the shield and the ship HP. Now, taking a look here, this ship does have a top SCM speed of 236 with a top forward boost of 605, a 257 backwards boost, and a top nav speed of 1,393. Definitely not bad in the speed department. This thing can get moving, which is great because if you start getting tracked down, you might want to get out of there as quick as you can. Your pitch, yaw, roll, and your maneuverability, it's okay. It's definitely not bad, sitting at a 50, 42, 160, or boosted at a 60, 50, 192. Again, it's not terrible. It'll allow you to maneuver, pretty decently, and then that speed on top of it, you are able to get out of there when you need to. Now, you have 48 flares, 5 decoys. Again, it's about typical for any sort of ship recently, so nothing really to worry about there. And then you have 31.61 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.3 SCU of quantum fuel. Again, I hate when a ship like this, or, a lot of ships out there with an interior, like has a bed, bathroom, kitchen, has only 1.3 SCU of quantum fuel. It's kind of like, I really don't think that would be the case. And I would hope that they would up the amount of fuel in this ship sooner or later. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the new and interesting interior changes that happened to the RSI Mantis due to the upcoming RSI Meteor. We are right now at the only entrance of the ship, which is right here, this elevator. So you'd go up to the button and you'd hit open. Now, when you do that, you're going to see a nice little red LED hit the ground. Once that's deployed, it'll turn blue. That's pretty cool. I do like that. And then you have a nice little pad here. You can go ahead and hit close, and that'll bring this right back up. And you are now in the updated interior. So let's take a look around. First thing right here behind us, if you open this door, is some components for you. Go ahead and close that up. You have another button right here that opens up the fridge there. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and store some cold items right there. And then if you turn around, you have a button for the elevator. And then past that, you can go ahead and open up your hidden away bathroom, which is pretty nice because if you drop a doozy, you can close the door and not have to worry about anybody that comes on board getting any sort of smell there. And it looks like it has a bidet, so that's a win. Let's go ahead and close that on up because I don't really feel like stepping foot in there. Next thing is you have the bed, a beautiful prison mattress ready for your long-term sleep while you hit station to station with your 1.3 SCU of quantum fuel. And then if we crouch on down, you have a little button here if you hit open. It's like a little hidden away cargo space. Not sure really what you could put in there. Tried to put a handgun. Didn't work out too well. Close that on up. You do have personal storage underneath the bed. Press F and that opens up. You can go ahead and store some items in there, which is pretty nice. And then if you turn around, you have more storage right here. Well, not storage, but this is where you're going to have a lot of your components, including a relay area, which is currently turned the wrong way. So this needs to turn this way and have the fuses here, but not even the fuse is in properly. So I'm sure we'll get an update for that before the Meteor comes out, right? Now, if we make our way right on over here, I'm going to show you a couple more doors and then a special door that has now come to fruition. So take a look here. This one opens up and you're gonna have some more components in the future. Of course, your fire extinguisher, which is now starting to show, fuel levels here and there. So we are getting closer and closer to engineering. Another door right here. Go ahead and open that up and you have a shield generator. Close that up. Now you're looking at this ship going, wow, that is amazing. And then you see an open button here on the top right. Let's go ahead and click that. And as you can see, you have a beautiful area where you can now store your rifle, your handguns, whatever you need to store, including another storage bin. If you press F here, you can go ahead and open that up and store away. It is so awesome. I do really love this. I think it's a great use of the space, and I'm excited to see that. Let's go ahead and head into the newly sitting cockpit chair here. I feel like they ripped this straight out of the Zeus, but it looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and sit down and I'll show you the QED device really quick. Now, if I go ahead and power on the engine systems, I'm going to tell you just from the get-go, you do not have the power systems that you would hope to have for such a ship. So let's go ahead and get everything online. And let's see here. Engines are on. Let's go ahead and lift off the ground. Now, as you can see, your view is pretty decent. Definitely not terrible. Your seat no longer goes forward, but the view is still pretty good. You can't look straight up anymore, but it looks nice. Now, when you are talking about power systems here, to your left, you will have to take away some power from some coolers and whatnot to go ahead and feed that quantum interdiction generator. Now, let's go ahead and look down here at the controls. If you go ahead and hit QD on, that will go ahead and open up the back here and turn on your quantum dampener. And then at this point, you can go ahead and look on down and you can see QD off, deploy landing gear, open exterior, engine on, QD off, power off. There's quite a few little systems here. Now, you have to make sure that this thing is powered. So let's go ahead and give it some power here. Take away a cooler. Take a look here. Now you have quantum dampener activate, which you can definitely do, or quantum snare charge. So the quantum snare is what's going to pull people out of quantum travel. So you'd hit that, it's going to charge, and then you hit it, and it activates and will set up a field. Once you do that, that's tons of trouble. And then the quantum dampener activate this right here. Of course, when you have that on, nobody is leaving at all. And you can tell it's online by the top left of your screen, that green little symbol there telling you nobody in the general area is going to be leaving your combat zone. So honestly, my score for the RSI Mantis is a 75 out of 100. I mean, honestly, for what it does in the quantum dampening realm, it is a straight up 100 out of 100, right? It's able to snare a ship from a very long distance, and then you can jam it from entering quantum travel from a really nice distance as well, which that's definitely not bad. But all the other stats that kind of come into play, like your firepower, your health, your shield, your power distribution is not great at all. You have to strip away from a lot of your other power systems. So it's recommended to upgrade as soon as possible so you can, do better for yourself with this ship. Let me know, what do you think of the RSI Mantis down below in the comments? And are you excited for the new Meteor that is coming? It's going to be quite an interesting ship. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. And I can't wait to see how it performs. It's going to be quite exciting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And of course, thank you for being amazing. You all are truly the best, and I just appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.